Hi, welcome back. In this video, we will discuss about how we can monitor a VM in Azure. So when I say monitor, what exactly it means. So let's go to the Azure document and see. So this Azure Monitor for VMs, it monitors the performance and the health of the virtual machines. So I can go and see, okay, what is the CPU of that virtual machine, whether it is spiking, what is the memory consumption, and what is the network, and what is the disk IOPS for all those VMs, which is maybe part of the resource group. So now let's go back to my portal. In the portal, if you can see, this is my demo VM machine. And in the demo VM machine, I want to see the diagnostic of this machine. I want to see the CPU, memory, and the network as well as the disk IO. So what exactly I can do is I can go to this option or diagnostic settings. So let's go here. Now, if you read here, what exactly now right now, if you see, this is all these all specific tabs are grayed out here. Is disabled. We cannot go and check what is the performance counter, what are the logs which is created on this VM. So now for this, what exactly we have to do is we have to enable this. So Azure monitoring collects the host level metrics like CPU, disk, and network for all the virtual machines without any additional software. So now for this to get started, first of all, what it will do is it will go and consume the storage account. So it needs some storage accounts to go and collect all those metrics. And to enable that metrics, what exactly I have to do is I have to go and enable this guest level monitoring. So when we enable this guest level monitoring, it goes and installs the agents in this VM, which pulls all the CPU utilization, disk, and network usages from this virtual machine and store in this storage account. So let me do that. So it may take some few couple of minutes. So let me come back once this is up and running. Hi, so here what we can see here, after enabling the diagnostic settings here, I can this all the tabs which we have seen before, these were all grayed out and not able to access. Now I can access all these tabs here. So now let's see one by one. So overview, so this is what showing like this performance counter will take care of the CPU. It will show you the CPU, memory, disk, and the network of this specific VM. The VM is demo VM. Now let me go back to this performance counter. So now here I can see what this exactly is doing. This is capturing my CPU, my memory, disk, and network, and the sample rate is 60 seconds. So after every 1 minute 60 seconds, it will go and it will capture the CPU and memory, disk, and the network of this specific VM. And I can also go and make it customized. So when I say customize, for example, say I want to make my memory, say for example, say 60%. So when this is like say committed bytes in use, so I can go and change the sample rate to maybe like 10 seconds per unit. So in this way, I can go and change the let me go and make it as processor. So I can in the processor, I can say, okay, what is the processor time? So I can make the sample rate as 10. So this 10 seconds per 10 seconds will be in every 10 seconds it will go and it will capture the metric. So let's go back to the basic, and also you can see you can also enable the SQL Server and the ASP.NET. If there is any application on this specific VM, you can go and also capture all those metrics here. And let's go to the logs here. So I can like capture different levels of logs here. So at the application level, I can go and select like critical, error, warning, information, and verbose. Similarly, the security level logs and the system level logs, if there is anything, it will go and it will capture all those specific logs. Also I can also customize here, and I can customize and I can capture my ISS level logs and everything I can capture here. So let's go back to basic. Yeah, so here also I have a ISS level log, which is nothing but a web server. And yes, you can also enable the application level logs here, which will generate by your .NET application. So this is how you can enable. So first step is you have to on that VM you have to go and enable the diagnostic settings, which I've shown a few steps back. After you enable that, we can go and come and we can do a basic or custom level setting for the specific VM. And there is also crash dump, where you can go in when the process crash, it will have you can say the output, which is known as the core dump. So this core dump, you can go and see, okay, what exactly happened and why the application got crashed. So you can also go and see here by enabling this. And then sync is something which you can take all the data of this specific VM, and you can output it out to some specific you can say tools, and you can go and analyze the data there. So here one thing which is available here is Azure Monitor. So on the Azure Monitor, if you enable this on the monitor itself, we can see here, we will see after this part in the insights. If you go on the Azure Monitor, you can go and see the you can say the compute, the memory, and the IO and the network of all the VMs together. So right now here I'm looking at each VM one by one. So if I have like 10 VMs, And if I want to see the metrics of all the 10 VMs, I can go on the insights, which is nothing but an Azure Monitor, and I can go and identify or play around or see all the specific graphs there. Okay, and finally we have an agent. This is the agent what we have enabled here. So if you see here, this diagnostic agent is nothing but this is the one which goes and collects everything. So if you see here, the data is collected from by this agent, and this agent collects the data and it puts on this storage account. So I can put a storage account here, and in the storage account it will take all the data and it will start storing there. And for some reason, if the agent is not working, we can remove the agent and we can again enable the agent. So it will again install the agent on the VM, and it will start collecting the performance metrics. So hopefully this was clear up till now. So this is the VM level diagnostic settings. Now let's go back to the insights, and let me yeah. So now on the inside, this is my Azure Monitor. So this is, if you see here, on the top there is Azure Monitor option is given here. So now this get more visibility into the health and the performance of your virtual machine. So if you see the description here, with an Azure virtual machine, you get the host, CPU, disk, up and down state of your VMs out of the box, and there are so many things you can go and monitor by the Azure Monitor. So if I select on the Azure Monitor, and if I go here, let me see if I can see my performance of my machine. Yeah, so last hour, so let's see last 30 minutes if there is anything which I can see here. Okay, so let me go back. So I have to enable this, I think. So yes, so if I enable this, so this is my, yes, so this is my subscription, this is my workspace. And if I go and enable this, so the map, so if you say here, yes, so I have to enable this monitor, this Azure Monitor. Once I enable this, it will go and capture all this performance. So let me enable this and come back. Alright, so after enabling the inside, which is the Azure Monitor here, so this is enabled here. So now if you see here, I can see in my subscription, this is my resource group and this is my demo VM. Okay, so now what I can do is, let me see what exactly it should show me the performance here. So let me go back to the performance, and yes, it shows me the performance here. So there are two disks here, C and D, and it shows me the CPU utilization, and it shows me the available memory and everything here. So now in this way I can go and see the performance metrics in terms of IOPS, disk IOPS, in terms of memory, in terms of CPU and everything for that specific VM on this Azure Monitor. So let us see a few more things. This should show me the yep. So I'm trying to see, I can select yes. So here if I see the performance, yeah. So let's see last 30 minutes what exactly what was the CPU utilization of my VM. So if you remember here, initially this was showing me this was not enabled, this was not coming up because my the Azure Monitor was not enabled. So now right now I've enabled it, and this is the reason it showed it's now tracking all these specific parameters and the performance parameters of my VM. So now if I see the 90th percentile of my CPU, yeah, so if you see here, I just started here and it's going down here. So now it's tracking all my CPU of my VM and the available memory, what exactly the memory is available here. So I can go and select multiple options here, average, maximum, and then different options are here. And then I can also see the bytes which is sent, bytes received, and I can see the logical disk space used here, and 16.25%. And then this is how you can go and track what exactly is going on in the virtual machine. So hopefully this gave you an overall idea what exactly we have done. So first, when you create a any VM, you can go in the diagnostic settings, and in the diagnostic setting you have to enable this agent. Once you enable the agent, this agent will start tracking and taking all the performance counters like your CPU, your memory, and everything. And then you can go to the insights, and in the insights you can go and enable the Azure Monitor. And in the Azure Monitor, you can go and see the performance of your VM at the CPU level, memory, and everything. So if you see here right now, yeah, it went up when I started it, and now it started coming down the CPU utilization because there is nothing going on in the VM. So hopefully this was helpful and added value and gave a proper insight of the diagnostic of the specific VM. Thanks for watching.